Hello everyone. Today I am going to do something a little bit different. It's going to be like an ambient piece or a drone thing. I've been experimenting with this a little bit on the Analog 4, and the Analog 4 being a 4-voice synthesizer with 2 oscillators per voice and some effects like a big sounding reverb. It makes it a very good machine to create drones and things like that. So let's just get started. I have a low tempo selected on my DAW, to which is connected via MIDI 70 BPM. And I have a blank kit, just a initialize patch on all the 4 tracks. And let's just get started with the first track and just make something droney. So going to the oscillator, let's select a triangle, go with the nice low root note, maybe already start adding in a second triangle, maybe tune it. Maybe let's go for an interesting interval, like this is a ninth, actually 14 semitones above the other one. Give it sort of a mysterious vibe, and just send that to the reverb. I'll go to the effects track and I'll make the decay a lot longer. Also take out some of the low end here. Okay, let's look at the filter. Let's go back to this track. Filter. Actually, the really cool thing about this is you can already hear it. The filters have very, very resonant peaks, especially in this sort of drone kind of thing. They can actually add extra harmonics, extra overtones. And immediately gives it this really cool sort of metallic ringing. Same can be done with the ladder filter, the top one. Just hear how that sounds. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here all day tweaking the resonance with my fingers, of course. Let's assign an LFO to that. So I'll go to the first LFO page and then change the filter 1 frequency to resonance. Now that's the destination. Some LFO depth. I'll lower the tempo multiplier because I think it's going to be very fast otherwise. Maybe make it a little bit faster. That's just one voice. Okay. So let's just put that in a sequence. I'll select the note page, make the trick length infinite, and the trick condition to play on the first of 8 bars. So we get a nice and long drone here that only starts again after 8 bars. Okay, so far so good. On to track 2. Let's add some more harmonics. Maybe we just go with just the filter here, and I'll lower the volume on oscillator 1 so we don't hear anything playing now, except if I increase the resonance. Self-oscillating filter. Very useful because this provides, this produces a sine wave which you cannot get on the oscillator 1 and 2. And you can set the tracking to maximum. And that's not actually an octave, but I'm sure there is a way to get... Sorry, I need to finish my sentence. There's a way to get perfect tracking. I haven't really looked into that. Which interval would be an octave? Not this one. That sounds like an octave. 32. Yeah, makes sense. Well, not 32 as in steps. And now 16 is not perfect tracking. So I guess the sweet spot is 32 here. Anyway, that's how you can play the filter if you want to. But let's go for a static drone here. Let's again send it to the reverb. I'll lower the volume a little bit on this one. Maybe some chorus. And let's see what we can do with the LFO here. Some FM, why not? You can actually have a sine wave. Changes the character from a triangle. That's nice. Find something that works here with the first track. I like this. Let's give it a very slow attack. We're getting sort of in the territory that's also occupied by the digitone, where you can have these operators doing different things, modulating each other. Make that another step with infinite length. Oh, that's the velocity, length, and one in 8 conditional trig. You can make it 1 in 7 or something else for more variation. And maybe let's try a shorter length and not infinite and see how that works. So it comes and goes. And let's assign the other LFO to the panning. It's already there, LFO 2. Yeah, it's not playing all the time. This comes in and goes again. I will make the release longer. Okay, let's have a quick sip of the coffee here. Sunday morning session needs good coffee. Okay, on to track 3. Now for this, I'm going to use the noise oscillator. So Turning down the volume of oscillator 1. Both are quiet now. Go to the noise page of oscillator 1. This extremely useful fade envelope here. And this being digital noise, you can adjust the color and the sample and hold rate. Get different timbres here. Reminds me of old video games. And so let's just send this completely to the reverb, and also add some nice delay, but let's make that stereo. So by default it's not. If I go to effects and press amp here, I go to the delay settings, make it ping pong, make the width maximum, maybe filter out some of the low end. The overdrive is very nice. It does influence the feedback, or it sort of adds on to the feedback. Now you can hear left and right ping-ponging. And something, a little trick I came up with here is, if I just mute the first two tracks, constant 16th notes, that may be a little bit too much. I want to go for this nice random effect. So what I'll do here is I'll go to the LFO. I'll use page 2 because that has volume already selected as one of the destinations of LFO 2. Go for a random wave, set the depth to maximum, and I think I need to set the multiplier to 8, and then it'll exactly follow the 16 steps, and basically it'll give a random volume to all of the steps. And now if I go back to the oscillator here and set the volume lower, then basically that lowers the average around which the LFO moves the volume, which will mean that essentially some hits will be quiet and others will be loud. It is best to set it to trick mode so it syncs. Yeah, and now it's very quiet, so I'll make that a little bit louder, maybe a little bit shorter, and click here. And finally, we haven't even used any parameter locks, so let's just parameter lock the panning a little bit here. Pseudo random, but it'll feel a little bit more random because not all the steps are as loud. So that's just a little extra here. Gives it a rhythmic aspect, but also a little bit unpredictable sounding. Okay, well, we have one track left. Let's pull some more tricks out of the bag here. After a sip of my delicious coffee. And yeah, what kind of wave shall we go for? Maybe I just close my eyes and twiddle the knob and see what we get. That's interesting. Feedback. I think it needs to get that from oscillator 2. Not quite sure how that works actually. I'm by no means an expert. Well, actually, I'm just... Oh, this is internal left and right. Yeah, this is feedback. Yeah, that... Yeah, that takes it from... Anyway, let's just go with that. And go for the nice big reverb. Maybe filter filter out some of the low end here. Very loud, this track. That's because of the feedback, of course. Wow. That's interesting. And this is really the cool thing about analog synths, these sort of unexpected interactions between the parameters. Very cool. The overdrive, the two flavors of overdrive can also really do surprising things sometimes. So one direction turns it into a square wave basically, and the other one into a fart. Yeah. This is great. Yeah, this is great. I like this. Okay, let's modulate some stuff here. Let's see what happens if we modulate the filter. Yeah. See how that goes with the rest. I like this sound, but it seems sort of out of place with the rest. I guess it's too edgy sounding. Maybe go with something like this after all. Oh yeah. Get these weird harmonics. That sounds more like something that could work. It's just going nuts with all the effects. Make it a little bit slower on the faux. Maybe just go for the triangle waveform. Yeah, let's do that. So again, this one. Note infinite length. Again, I could give this some envelope attack time here. Oh, make the note length less than infinite. Maybe start this one at a different moment in the sequence. Like out of 8 bars, the third one, something like that. Okay, then from the beginning it will be something like this. And there you have it. Spooky, ambient, droney things. This could be the basis of a track. It could be an ambient track, or I could add a kick drum and hey presto, techno. Actually, for fun, let's just try that. I have the Digitax here. You cannot see it, but it's here. What if I just go for a kick drum here? I'll set the tempo to, let's see, how do we do this in the DAW? I'll set it to 70, I'll set it to 65, but I'll just make the kick drums twice as frequent as usual. So I'm putting 8 in the pattern instead of 4. That's the nice thing about this kind of stuff. Just put a kick drum underneath it and techno. Anyway, that's just a little, little bit of experimentation. It's such a wonderful, versatile machine, the Analog 4. It can do so much, and it has these sweet spots. It's really a proper analog synth in this regard, that you can get these really cool, unexpected things. It has a lot of modulation, it has the effects, it has all the ingredients to make a huge range of synth sounds, some of them really classic mono synth stuff, but also this sort of more experimental weirdness, which I enjoy and which can lead to nice results as well. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I will just mention the Too Many DFAM Kicks sample pack that is still available for free. If you click the link in the description, if you've made it this far in the video, you definitely deserve those samples. I should get into the habit of mentioning that at the start of the video, but you know, I'm not that professional. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you did, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. So, as always, I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye.